Hello everybody! Today I'm going to be doing my very first book haul. I'm so excited. I've been collecting this assortment of books that I have over here for about 3 months until I felt like I had a justifiable amount of books to put in a book haul. So I have a bunch and I'm so excited to talk about them and show you the beauties that I have right here. So let's just get on in it. I'm feeling very Cheryl Blossom today with my Southside Serpent gear on and my red lip and sassy lashes. So if you saw the episode with Cheryl, let's just say I want a red leather jacket like hers now. The first 2 books I have in this haul is The Wicked Lovely and The Fragile Eternity by Melissa Marr. My mom actually found these at Goodwill for like really cheap and she thought they looked really cool, so she got them for me. This is the first one. This is the third one. They didn't have the second one, so I'm going to order it on Amazon. But they look so cool. Like, look how, like, the covers in and of itself are just gorgeous. And when you take it off, look at the look how pretty this like hardback without the sleeve on. Like, I'm gagging over this cover. I think they're so pretty and I just am excited to read them because they're about fairies and I don't read a lot about fairies. It seems like they kind of scare me, just to be honest. This book is all about a girl named Aislinn. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but what's new with book characters these days? And she has seen the garden fairies all of her life, and she has been told not to look at them, speak to them, or interact with them at all. Just kind of imagine they're not there, or they're gonna get you, pretty much, which is terrifying in itself. But something happens and all those rules are broken, and it kind of she gets into this world where she has to kind of fight for it. It's mortal love and her life and just like all those good fun things you gotta fight for when you're in a story. But yeah, it looks really good and I'm excited. I don't think I've ever read anything from Melissa Marr ever, so I'm excited to dive into this series. The next book I have is The Throne of Glass. First book, Throne of Glass, in the Throne of Glass series. Say Throne of Glass one more time, Allie. Throne of Glass. So obviously a cult favorite in the YA fantasy book 2. I have not read it. I had been searching and praying and hoping I would find a hardbound book of Throne of Glass like this because I think they're so pretty hardback, and I only want the Throne of Glass series in hardback because they're just such gorgeous covers. And so when I found this at my local Barnes & Noble, I snatched it up and I'm really excited to get into this world because everyone seems to just love Sarah J. Maas's world, and I'm excited to meet all of her wonderful, wonderful characters and just like the badassery that happens in this book. So yeah, I'm excited to jump on the bandwagon way too late. The next book I got was from Half Price Bookstore, but I got it because it is a signed copy and I have all but I think 3 of these House of Night books, and I really wanted to complete my collection. That I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't signed because these are cheaper on Amazon, but how can you like not get a signed copy of one of your favorite series? I really want to finish out this series. It's been a long time since I read them, so I'm gonna have to reread them, but I just remember loving the characters and the main character, especially Zoe and her friend, and just like the whole group, and they're just so sassy and funny and all around just a great time to be around. So if you don't know what this series is about, this is like the 11th book in the series. I think there's 12 books in the series, 12 or 13. I'm not sure. But the first book is called Marked, and in this world you are aware of vampires. There are vampires in this world, and there's a special school called the House of Night that these vampires go to, and they live amongst like the clan of vampires. And so our main character is Zoe Redbird. I hope that's not her last name, because I'm pretty sure it's Redbird. Zoe Redbird is marked at the very beginning of Marked, and it spurs into this giant adventure, and she becomes kind of like the chosen one of the House of Night, and she's very talented, and just like all of this crazy stuff starts happening within the series. And her friends group, she has like 5 really good friends that are just amazing, and there's hot vampires. And I know the vampire scene is kind of over with, but like, and overdone, but like, I love me a good vampire. And my mom, when I described this book to her, she said it was kind of like the Sookie Stackhouse for like young adults. So if that's something that you like the True Blood, I recommend picking these up. They're just a little less, because they're for teenagers, and yeah, you can't write raunchy in young adult fiction. I mean, you could, but they're gonna tell you you gotta move up to adult fiction. So next book I have is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and I actually got this a while ago when I went and met Victoria Aveyard and Holly Black at a book signing. And this is, oh, that's pretty. This is also signed, and it just, her writing is gorgeous. Just putting that out there. But I've never read a Holly Black book, and I'm really excited to dive into this because a lot of people have been really raving about The Cruel Prince, and I'm so excited to dive into this. I'm not really sure what this is all about. I know it has fairies in it because it's Holly Black and she's the queen of fairies, and our main character is named Jude, and her parents were killed when she was really young, and she, I think, gets mixed up in kind of the fairy like land and meets a prince, and I think some stuff goes down, maybe a romance, maybe not, but I'm really excited, and I don't really want to know a lot about this because I kind of want to go into a Holly Black book kind of unaware. The next book I have is Wayfair by Miss Alexandra Bracken. I have Passenger, and then I finished off my series with Wayfair. I have not read either of them. I buy books, don't read them, and they sit on my shelf and collect dust for 18 years. Hashtag relatable, because me, it's just the definition of me. But anyways, Wayfair is the second book in the Passengers series, and I'm really excited to dive into this. I love Alexandra Bracken's writing. I love The Darkest Night. It's one of the Darkest Night. Yeah, Batman. I love The Darkest Minds. I'm so excited for the movie to come out. But if you don't know what Passenger is about, pretty much what I've been told and what I've read is that it's like Titanic through time travel. And I was just like, I love Titanic. It's one of my favorite movies. I will watch it all day, every day. When I'm doing something life eventful that I'm sad about, I lay on the floor and I listen to My Heart Will Go On in a dramatic manner, because that's just me. But anyways, our main character plays violin, and I think that is how they travel through time in this crazy like race against time to save the world. Good explaining things, Allie. The next book is also a sequel, and this is Now I Rise in the And I Darken series. I think that's what this series is called, but the first book is And I Darken. This is Now I Rise, and I think we have a couple more books after this. I am so excited to get to these. I've been really wanting to get to And I Darken for so long. It just seems such like a cool concept. It's about Vlad the Impaler. If Vlad the Impaler was a woman, And so our main character's name is Lotta, and it's just kind of how Vlad the Impaler became this way, and how Lotta is as like a woman Vlad the Impaler, and like all of this stuff. And I've heard amazing reviews on it, and I'm just so excited because I think Lotta is going to be a really interesting character to read about, and like this cover is just like gorgeous. So I'm just really interested to get to it. This is, I didn't think I said who this was by. This is by Kristen White, or Kristen? Yeah, Kristen. Could be Kristen and I don't know. I'm reading currently, and that is Warstorm by Victoria Aveyard, the queen of my heart at the moment. And I got this at the Half Price bookstore. It's a signed edition because I'm obviously trash for a Victoria Aveyard. I have like 2 copies of Red Queen. I have all the books. I met her. I'm just trash. But I'm working my way through this book, and I'm so excited to get through this and have my whole world ripped apart. Because I have a feeling I'm gonna die inside. It's just a feeling, because Victoria Aveyard likes to do that. But this is the last book in the Red Queen series. If you don't know what the Red Queen series are, it's about a girl named Marr Barrow. I think I say her last name wrong. Is it Barrow? Barrow. I say Barrow. We're gonna go with Barrow. But it is about a girl named Marr Barrow, and in her world you are divided by blood. So there's the reds and the silvers have powers, and Marr is thrust into the silver world when she falls, quite literally, through an electric like shield, and they discover she has powers, and she kind of has to navigate her way through this silver world that she quite honestly hates and just doesn't understand them. But there's hot princes and anarchy and rebels and just all the good things you want with a good dystopian novel. So pick these up. You won't regret it. The next 2 books I have are these gorgeous copies of The Diviners and Lair of Dreams. I really wanted to dive into distractions. I really wanted to dive into the Diviner series. I still need to get Before the Devil Breaks You, because I think Lair of Dreams is the second one. I could be wrong, and this could be the third one, but I'm pretty sure this is the second one. But I just think these covers are gorgeous. Like, I don't know if these have always, no, this hasn't always been the cover. They had a blue cover at first, but I heard Emma Books talk about these like a really long time ago, and I really wanted to read them, and I found them for cheap at the Half Price bookstore when I went, and I had to have them because that's usually how it goes. And so The Diviners is about a girl named Evie O'Neill, and she lives in the 1920s, and she's a seer, and it's just that time of like speakeasies and just like all the cool like 1920s things, and that's one of my favorite eras. One of my favorite classic novels is The Great Gatsby. Hold on. This is how trash I am for The Great Gatsby. But yeah, I love The Great Gatsby. I love the 1920s and the speakeasies and the flapper dresses and the beaded headbands, and I'm just trash, and I can't wait to dive into Evie's story and see how she kind of comes into her seerness, being a seer, and just yes, I'm so excited. The next book I have is Absido? I don't know how to pronounce this name, but this is from Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and this is the last book in the Illuminae Files books, and I'm so excited to read this because I read the other 2 in like a day because they're so interesting. They're written in like tech IMs and like chat rooms. It's just a really cool way to tell a story, and I'm so excited because we have another brand new character in this book, but then I think she meets up, or she's a part of the other 4 characters we have group, and I'm so excited to see how this story ends. If it all ends in death, if it all ends in butterflies and rainbows, I don't know, but I'm so excited to see what this is. The first book in this series is called The Illuminae Files, and it follows 2 of our 4 main narrators so far that I've read in the series, and they are on a ship after their whole Earth. They're on a ship after Earth has been taken over by, I don't think they're aliens. I could be wrong. Not sure. I thought it was just like an evil company took over and attacked Earth, so they had to get into the spaceship, and there's 2 spaceships, and stuff goes down with an evil ultra smart computer that is taking its mind of its own, kind of like the Terminators. Anyone ever thought that was a good idea? Oh wait, we have Terminators in real life. Have you guys not watched any science fiction freaking movie? But yeah, this is their race against time to not get blown up by the evil alien company people and make it to Kratchama? I can't remember how to say Karenza? Karenza? That's it. They're trying to make it to Karenza, now that I know how to say the actual planet. I think it's Karenza. I could be totally wrong. They're trying to make it to a planet, y'all. The next book I have is a brand new, well, it's not brand new because I've had it for a little while, but it's a newer science fiction kind of novel. It's called Otherworld by Jason Steele and Kristen Miller, and it is kind of like a virtual reality kind of game. So our main character, I don't remember, it doesn't say, oh, this one's signed. I didn't even know this was signed. But this follows a couple main characters. I think our main character is a male, and he has a friend who has gone into this other world game and hasn't heard from them since then. And so he takes it upon himself and goes into the other world. And yeah, this company has built this really smart virtual reality game, and he has to fight his way through it. I think what this reminds me of a lot is the Spy Kids movie, where Junie has to go into the game, save his sister, and he could die. So I think that's kind of the concept. I could be totally wrong. This book doesn't give a whole lot in the synopsis of what this world is, but I do know it's virtual reality. I think that's really cool because I've never read kind of a virtual reality world book so far. So I'm really excited to, can you tell I'm really excited to read all of these books. The last 2 books are kind of just decorative books that I found at the Half Price bookstore that I had to have, and that is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, and what Alice found there. Can we talk about how these look like they should be in the Shadowhunter Academy library, in Hodge Starkweather's library in the very first book, just they're so sophisticated and cute, and they're gonna sit on my bookshelf. My bookshelves are they run horizontal, and they're gonna sit on the bookshelf because I obviously love Alice in Wonderland, and I just had to have them. I kind of collect Alice things that I want, and these just were too pretty to pass up. I am never gonna find these again, so I just bought them, and I'm so excited and happy that I did because they're so freaking gorgeous, and it looks like I should be a professional librarian. Return your books on time, or I'll cut you. And that is it for my very first book haul. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any of these books, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if you enjoyed them as well, and I will see you next time in my next bookish video. Bye, loves.